Thousands of Syrian people have now fled to refugee camps across the border in Turkey. In the past few hours, a rumor spread among them that President Assad was going to step down. This was the reaction when they heard it. The rumor has not been substantiated, of course, but people here are deeply concerned about what's happening inside their home country. They fear their lives would be in danger if they returned. Anita McNaught is on the camp perimeter and explains what happened when that rumor circulated.
All of a sudden, without warning, there was an outbreak of spontaneous celebration here. We heard whistling, cheering, people were waving their hands in the air. What we understand happened was that they'd received some information, clearly misleading, that the regime of Bashar al-Assad had fallen, that he had either been assassinated or stepped down, or something cataclysmic had happened in Damascus. And then they all gathered together and did a victory lap of the perimeter of the refugee camp in celebration. That was the last straw for the Turkish authorities. They'd been planning after lunch to put up blue plastic to obscure our view of the camp and the camp's residents' view of us, and that's what they finished doing. Now the entire roadside edge of this refugee camp is obscured by this blue plastic here. There is, however, a change in the view from the top here in Turkey of what's going on in Syria. Up till now, Turkey's government, while encouraging Bashar al-Assad to try and make reforms, has stopped short of criticising him and his regime. Well, we had some very strong words, much stronger words from Prime Minister Erdogan on Turkish television last night, where he talked of the savagery of the Syrian regime, of the inhumane behaviour of the Syrian regime, and questioned whether Bashar al-Assad even knew what was happening, understood what was happening in his country anymore. This is unprecedented from such a staunch regional ally of Syria, an ally, of course, that has an enormous amount at stake, not just politically, but now economically in Syria, close ties between Syria and Turkey. But he went even further. He said that United Nations Security Council action might, as a result of what's going on in Syria, be a necessity, and that Turkey could no longer continue to support Syria with this going on inside the country.
And as Anita mentioned, Turkey's Prime Minister has now joined other nations in condemning the crackdown. Here's what he had to say.
I spoke to President Bashar al-Assad 4 or 5 days ago. I spoke openly and told him that he's underestimating the situation. President Assad and especially his brother Maher are not acting humanely. Just imagine, they killed so many people and then released videos of it. These pictures are so horrific that they're difficult to digest. Because of all this, the UN must start to act. And given all this, Turkey cannot defend what Syria is doing.